Yeah, I think using the platform she has that she's gained with all these followers nationally, but also globally now.
Caitlin Clark alone is responsible for 25% of all WNBA ticket sales, merchandise sales, and TV ratings, stunning the entire league. How did one player become such a dominant force, and what does this mean for the future of women's basketball? Her unmatched star power is actively reshaping the league's direction.
I want y'all to tell me, what do y'all not like about Caitlin? Is it the media coverage? Do you not like...
From the beginning, following the release of a jaw-dropping statistic about Caitlin Clark's influence, the WNBA fan base has been buzzing with excitement and disbelief. Beyond her on-court skills, Clark has changed the league's narrative, igniting fan engagement and bringing unprecedented attention to women's basketball.
On the tickets to the Indiana Fever home opener right now, the cheapest ticket to get you into the building to see Caitlin Clark, $271. And as the tweet here says, that's more expensive than 29 of the 30 NBA teams' home opener lowest priced ticket. That's pretty impressive. I'm going to give you one more here, Ron, before I get your thoughts. A valuation expert estimates that Caitlin Clark has generated somewhere on the order of 36 million extra dollars of revenue for the city of Indianapolis since she was drafted by the Fever.
When the numbers were released, they were truly shocking. Last season, 25% of all WNBA ticket sales, merchandise revenue, and TV viewership came from Caitlin Clark's influence. This revelation stunned fans, experts, and league officials alike. How could one player drive such a massive impact?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a more rational request, at least. The only problem is the WNBA, until Caitlin Clark, had no revenue.
Fans already knew Clark was more than just a talented athlete. She's a phenomenon. Her incredible performances at Iowa seamlessly carried into her professional career, drawing nationwide attention with her energy, charisma, and ability to perform under pressure. Whether it's hitting logo threes or energizing her team, Clark delivers every time.
She obviously spaces the floor for us. She makes tough buckets. She gives us another option on the floor to run our off-ball screening action for. She gives us another player that can play with the ball in her hands in the two-man game. She just has a really high IQ and understanding of the game.
Her power to captivate fans goes far beyond her skill set. Caitlin Clark is a rare blend of elite talent and marketability. She excites crowds with her presence and backs it up with a game few have witnessed before. Clark represents a new era for the WNBA, one where the league is not just respected but celebrated globally.
Is a superstar, not a female superstar. She is a superstar. She moves the needle. The WNBA has been looking for someone who moves the needle. The ratings just came in. Caitlin Clark's game on Sunday did a bigger number than Warriors Celtics. Did 3.5 million. Warriors Celtics did 3 million. 3.5 million for a women's college basketball game. I think the WNBA, they have two great teams. They have the Liberty and the Aces. And they played in the finals last year. They both have, multiple MVP caliber players, but it hasn't garnered quite the buzz yet. You already have a pretty high level of basketball, and then you add in a superstar in Caitlin Clark to the league.
One of her recent college games drew 3.5 million viewers, more than a Warriors versus Celtics NBA game, which had 3 million. The WNBA already features high-level play with teams like the Liberty and Aces, who boast multiple MVP-level players. But they've yet to create the buzz Clark brings. With her addition, fans have flooded social media with praise, calling her the future of basketball and history in the making. Some even compare her influence to that of NBA icons, showing how rare it is for one athlete to impact an entire league's revenue. League executives are noticing Clark's ability to connect with fans both on and off the court signals a need to build on this momentum. Her effect on ticket sales, merchandise, and viewership shows just how much potential women's basketball truly has. As the new WNBA season begins, all eyes are on Caitlin Clark and whether she can continue elevating the league. One thing is clear, she's not just playing the game, she's transforming it. And the numbers prove it. This statistic confirms what WNBA fans have always believed. The talent, excitement, and potential of women's basketball are real. Clark's ability to turn regular games into major events and casual viewers into superfans highlights her extraordinary impact.
The official homepage of the WNBA right now, when they announce this schedule, is a photo of Caitlin Clark, and that's it. It's only Caitlin, it's not any other players, it's not any other teams. The fact that they are seemingly leaning into her finally, at the very off the rip, leaning into her, like having her front and center, this is just something that I don't think that we would have seen last season, and I just think
The WNBA is currently buzzing after the surprising news that Caitlin Clark alone accounted for 25% of the league's total ticket sales last season. This has sparked intense debate among fans, players, and analysts about her value and whether her current $75,000 salary is fair. Despite her unmatched influence, Clark's earnings are on par with stars like Angel Reese. Her competitive drive and deep shooting made her the face of women's basketball last season. From packed arenas to soaring jersey sales, Clark wasn't just a player. She was the engine behind the league's rise.
Hand pays them bills, baby. I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. Literally. I'm trying to think of like my rent for where I stay at. I'm gonna do the math real quick.
It might cover that. Yeah, it covers that. It definitely covers that.
What is my, I don't even know my salary. 74?
The most shocking figure is still that 25% of all WNBA ticket sales were driven by Caitlin Clark. Fans are stunned, and many believe her influence deserves more than praise. It deserves pay. Social media has exploded with outrage over how the league can justify paying her the same as other players when she's powering its growth. Clark's standard rookie contract pays $76,000 a year, far below what fans feel she's earned. Comparisons to Angel Reese, another rising star earning the same salary, only intensified the frustration, because while Reese has talent, her commercial and ticket impact doesn't compare to Clark's.
Here, she's literally making $76K. You look at any male sports and people are getting $1 million just signing bonuses, not even their contract. On the one side, you get a lot of people that rightfully so bring up the fact that like, hey, people don't watch the WNBA. I think it's great that like more eyeballs are coming into it now. Caitlin Clark being a part of the league is definitely going to bring more attention to it. I hope that more fans buy tickets, buy jerseys, watch the games, because that's what's going to get players paid more. But I was genuinely surprised at how little that was.
More players like this come, or she brings more excitement, then all of a sudden people get more engaged to other players that she might be playing against to see who they're battling. And that's kind of how this thing kind of builds momentum. If you look at it, it's kind of like CrossFit Games. Like back in the day, you know, it started off where it's at. Then personalities start to grow it, and then more money comes, and then more money comes, and then more money comes. Maybe WNBA hasn't had that like catalyst that it needed to spark this like snowball.
Critics argue that the WNBA's salary system is outdated and doesn't reflect the value of players like Caitlin Clark, who bring massive attention to the league. Thanks to her presence, the WNBA has gained unprecedented visibility, and many believe it's time to reassess how athletes are paid. Still, some fans and analysts caution against focusing too much on individuals, pointing out that league success depends on team effort. Yet even these voices admit that Clark's influence is unique and deserves serious recognition.
Unlike a typical New York Liberty game, the courtside seats for this game cost high four figures, drawing on a par with the NBA.
I mean, that is crazy and quite the phenomenon. But then when I started reading about her, the stories that I encountered were all about the contrast between how popular she is. And then we have her starting salary as the WNBA's #1 draft pick, which is going to be $76,535.
This debate has also spotlighted the wider issue of the pay gap between women's and men's sports. Despite showcasing equal passion, skill, and star appeal, WNBA players earn only a fraction of what their NBA peers make. With fan frustration mounting, all eyes are on the WNBA's next move. Will the league reward players like Clark who are driving its success, or maintain the status quo and risk losing fan and player trust? Clark's case has become a symbol for those demanding real change in how women athletes are valued and paid.
Their 4-year rookie deal coming in at $338,056, with then people quickly comparing that to the NBA, where last year's #1 pick landed a 4-year contract worth $55 million. With people saying the fact that Caitlin's making less than 1% of her male counterpart, that's wild, especially since it can't be overstated what an impact she's had on the sport. This year, the women's NCAA championship game brought in more eyeballs than the men's, averaging nearly 19 million viewers compared to the men at under 15.
Even Caitlin Clark can't deny the scale of her influence, whether it's ticket sales, viewership, or inspiring young athletes. Still, her focus remains on her love for the game and her drive to excel. The question now is whether the WNBA will acknowledge the worth of its top players. For fans, the answer is obvious. Clark isn't just earning her salary, she's shaping the league's future. She's not just a standout player, she's a movement. And movements, fans argue, deserve to be paid what they're truly worth.